Hello, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
How's it sound? Okay.
Maybe slightly better. I mean, you still sound kind of like,
Yeah. Okay.
like garbly.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute you for a second, and I'm gonna keep talking. Then I'll bring you back in. So
Okay.
just hang on 1 second here. I just muted you, and I'm messing some dials around here. Curious if that did anything differently. Now I'm gonna bring you back in. Okay. Did that sound any different when I did that?
Yes, it got better. Yeah.
It did.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We're just going to have to wing it. We're actually live right now, so people might be watching this. We're getting there. We are getting there.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Jules.
Okay, bye.
Okay. See ya.
All right, I got Laurel.
Hey, is this Jill?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hey, how feel like we've been messing around with some of these audio settings. How is it coming through on your end here?
I think can you turn me down?
Okay, I'm gonna actually mute you and see if that changes. I'm gonna keep talking, but you'll be on mute, so I won't hear you until I unmute it. So right now you're muted, and I'll just keep talking. So I cannot hear you. I will turn you back on in about 3, 2, and 1.
Okay.
Was that any better?
You sound good. I'm just echoing.
Right, you're always gonna echo. The way that we have this soundboard set up, I think, as long as it comes through on the broadcast, okay.
Okay. Are you guys about ready?
No, we are still setting a few things up. Do you want me to call you back?
All right, sounds good.
See ya.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Oh boy, that's not good, is it? Okay, hang on here. Try to get this right. Audio coming through, Panther Live here. We are just finished up the national anthem. Joining me soon is going to be Ethan Zwicky in the broadcast booth, waiting to hear. I'm going to ask my wife to send me a text and give me an update on how this audio sounds right now. I know we're working on, last week we came in a little quiet on the audio, so we're trying to get that. Yeah, thanks, man.
What about you? Good to go. There we go. Got everything already? So what am I doing?
I'm just making sure audio's right. We're going to just go flying right into it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sweet. Should I put this on?
Yeah, you can go ahead and throw that on.
Sweet.
Okay, hang on just 1 second here. doesn't have as good.
We'll get it in. Thank you. License plate on that is BCC 662.
Yeah, right there. It gets really bad. It's got that thing that goes like. Okay. We're underway here. Not underway. We're in introductions here in Belgrade. Laurel just got announced, and the Belgrade Panthers are up next.
That's coming through it all. All right, we're doing a sound check here. Sound check. Ethan, let me know when you can hear me when I'm coming through. We're doing player introductions here, getting ready for this matchup tonight with undefeated Laurel visiting Belgrade. We'll be simulcasting on Panther Live and on YouTube. So make sure that you tune in here tonight. Kickoff getting underway here in about 10 minutes as Belgrade's being introduced at the moment. Is it, Ethan can hear me. Is it loud? Is it too loud? How's it? It's faint. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Tell me, Ethan, how does it sound? I'm going to try to pump this up just a little bit, keeping it within our levels of what we can do. Tell me if this sounds any better right now. Again, joining me on the broadcast tonight is Ethan Zawicki. Ethan's a Belgrade student who's done some broadcasting here for us in the past. And Andy Demjanovic is out of town tonight, so we're not going to have him, unfortunately. How's it? Does it sound better? Okay, so it sounds like we have a little bit better audio right now for the YouTube listeners. We're going to check in with our radio call here soon. As you see right now, we're doing our player introductions. So just sit tight with us. Gets a little chaotic here getting going while we hook up with our radio station. So sit tight here with us for just a moment. I'm going to bring on Ethan Zawicki. All right, Ethan, can you hear me all right?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, man, I hear you loud and clear. All right, we're going to go ahead and phone in here to the radio station soon. But have you ever been on live radio before?
Never once.
Okay, so Ethan, last year, I don't know, I think I was on a Spirit bus to a volleyball game and met Ethan and said, hey, I need help with this broadcast. And Ethan's like, all right, I'll try this. And it turns out he's a natural. Had one of the best calls in Panther Live history with the John Mears field goal last year in the playoffs. And now making your debut here for the 2017 season. Let's go ahead and get hooked up here on the radio right now. So you guys are going to hear Jill from our radio station because she's also somehow kind of connected into this thing. I don't know how we did all this. We got a lot of wires going on up here. Please feel free to send me emails and texts giving me updates on how things are sounding. We'll try to give you the best broadcast that we can. Okay.
Hello?
Can you hand me this stuff?
Hello?
Hello, Jill. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I know it sounds really junky, or sounds kind of you don't sound great on my end. Can you hear me okay? Okay, yeah, I can't turn my volume down. This is the lowest I've got. We're going to be ready to go in 1 minute. Okay? We're going to be ready to go in 1 minute. Yes, if you can go ahead and do the intro, we'll be ready to get on in 1 minute.
You'll be ready in 1 minute?
Correct.
Okay. I'll get you on here. Just a minute.
Okay, thanks. And we're on 93.7, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got the coin toss going on right now. Jill, can you hear me? Hey, Jill, can you hear me at all?
Hold on.
Okay. All right, well, we'll keep going here with Panther Live while we're waiting to connect to radio. Again, joining me in the broadcast tonight, Ethan Zawicki. Okay, that's fine. Ethan, who won the coin toss there? Did you catch that?
No, I did not.
Okay. Well, let's see. We had the coin toss occur here at midfield. It's going to be sloppy conditions. It's been raining here for the last couple weeks, it seems like. Last week it was a snow-rain game. Tonight, at least it's dry. Nothing falling out of the sky. I think the field's still a little sloppy from the JV game.
Looks like the Panthers are getting ready to receive the ball. Laurel will be kicking off.
Tell you a little bit about these Laurel Locomotives. Their quarterback is Gage Hull. Looks like we lost connection here to our station. Let me bring these guys back.
Hello?
Hey, Jill, I think we lost you there.
Hold on.
Okay. All right, so kicking off for Laurel. To be number 29, and it is going to be fielded here out of bounds. Easton Page gathers it as it falls out of bounds, so Belgrade's going to have good field position starting it out.
Plugging you in. Hold on a second.
Okay. First and 10 here, Panthers underway. Again, we're just a little slow getting started because we're still connecting to our radio call. This will be Max Schumacher in shotgun with two backs there. He's going to keep it himself right up the middle and pick up about 1 yard, so it's going to bring up down 2nd and 9.
Max this year only has 36 yards rushing on 39 carries. Hoping to get it going a little bit better tonight.
Yeah, Max probably more of a throwing quarterback. We got some updated statistics around Central A. We'll try to keep you guys updated with. That's all right. Second down now, 8 to go. Schumacher sends Page in motion. Givas to Page around the end, looking to get around with speed on the Belgrade sidelines. He's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it is going to be good pickup there on second down, close to first down yardage. Let's see if they move the chains. Can you hear me, Jill?
Yeah, I've got you going on in 30 seconds.
Okay. All right, we'll be on in 30. I'll introduce it, and we'll just keep rolling through.
There's a lot of background noise. It's hard to hear you now.
Okay. I think, tell me if this makes it any better. Does this make it any better? I just muted you, and so I can't hear you, but now I'm going to bring you back in. Did that help?
Let's see what you sound like on the ears.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, we are at Belgrade High School here. Laurel Locomotives 4-0 in town, just getting underway here. Belgrade on this opening possession, and they will have to punt here on 4th down. Laurel kicked off, and Belgrade took the ball, went 3 and out. So punting away will be Travis Bagby. And he mishandles the snap, just picks it up, flag on the play. The punt is blocked, and the ball is at the 10-yard line, and it is finally jumped on here by a Laurel player, though. There is a flag on the play. Let me take a moment here and introduce my broadcast partner. You are listening to 93.7, the Oldies channel, but this is a young guy here who's going to be helping us out. He's a fantastic young student here at Belgrade High School, Ethan Zawicki. Hey, thanks for joining us on the show tonight.
No problem, Nate. Happy to be here.
Let's try to sort out what this penalty is. Looks like it's going to be against the Panthers. So not really a way to start out on special team. False start on Belgrade. And so it is going to be Laurel's ball with the blocked punt. It's going to be Laurel's ball at the 5-yard line going in. And make that the 6-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 6. Laurel catches a big break right there. Makes a big play on special teams right away. Laurel's quarterback is Gage Hull. He is under center. Sends a man in motion. Give to number 7 right up the middle, and he is going to be close. That's Noah Gunther. He is going to be at about the 1-yard line where it will bring up 2nd down. 2nd and goal to go. Right now, Laurel in the huddle again. This game is 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Score is 0-0. Gage Hull under center, 2 running backs behind him. Takes to be close here inside the 1-yard line. No call yet. It is going to be 3rd down. So 3rd and goal right now, Laurel from inside the 1-yard line of Belgrade. This possession set up on the special teams blunder by the Panthers, where the punt was blocked. Penalty on top of it gave Laurel the ball at the 6-yard line going in here early in this first quarter. Now 3rd and goal, Hull in shotgun. Takes the snap, pitches out to the left, and then wiggling into the end zone for a Laurel touchdown is B.J. Hatcher, the senior running back. So right like there we go, 6-0 Laurel pending this extra point. And Ethan, just looking at special teams play and the factor it's already played into this game, good field position right for Laurel, and they get on the board.
Yeah, I mean, Panthers can't let that happen or else it's going to be a long game.
So now looking to add the extra point. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So with that, let's go ahead and take our first break. We'll take a 30-second break here. You're listening to Belgrade Football on 93.7 FM. Hey, Jill, how's it going?
Okay. I can hear you, but you're kind of muffled. I don't know. I can't really adjust things on my end, so I don't know if you can 10 seconds.
Okay, let me try
I don't
to.
know if there's anything you can do on your side. Maybe try, I don't know, turning it up doesn't seem. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, here back at Belgrade High School. Score is 7-0. Laurel leading early. 9:13 to go here in the first quarter. Laurel picks up the first touchdown on Belgrade's miscue on special teams. So Belgrade's going to get their second chance here at offense, and will look to pick up their first down of the night.
Laurel's kicker is junior number 29, Logan Kennedy, who's also a wide receiver. He has 156 receiving yards this year and 2 touchdowns.
Back deep for Belgrade is going to be Easton Page and Ethan Major. Kick on the way. This is going to be Major from the 10. Reverse to Page. Now Page looking for yardage, and he bursts through, but boy, just up almost to the 30-yard line. So a lot of kind of fancy footwork there in the backfield. Only really return up to the 27-yard line, where it is going to be first down and 10 Panthers.
Page has 111 kick receiving yards this year.
So now in shotgun, Max Schumacher sends a man in motion. Give is to Ethan Major, I believe, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield for a loss on the play. That was Travis Bagby, on the carry.
What? Yeah. Belgrade breaks their huddle. Max Schumacher with Ethan Major to his left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Ethan Major, who gets it around the outside and gains about 2 yards on that play. It's going to be third down. 0 yards on that. Ethan Major did not pick up any yards on that run. Panthers send Riley Berman into the huddle. Max Schumacher in shotgun with Ethan Major to his left. 3 receivers to his left. Takes the snap, and he's going to pass it. Throws it downfield, and that's intercepted. Looks like Laurel's going to return this one for a touchdown. He stays up. Number 6 stays up, and that's a touchdown. Pick 6, Laurel Locomotives. That was number 6, Keegan Campbell. Number 29, Logan Kennedy, ready to kick this one through the uprights. Takes the snap, nearly blocked, and it goes right through. 14-0 Laurel with 7:41 here left in the first quarter. Panthers got to get it together if they want to stay in this game. Belgrade's 2-2 this year. Their 2 wins coming at home against Park, 31-16, and against Haber, 34-6. Their 2 losses are against Sydney in their opener. They lost 31-3, and Miles City, 31-16. While Laurel is 4-0 with wins against Fergus, Custer, Haver, and Park. They played Park last week, and it was a close game. They had to stick in it. It was 20-14. Logan Kennedy ready to kick this one off.
Sorry, folks, working through a couple technical difficulties. Hope we have this thing broadcast better for you. It's Ethan Major there on the return all the way up to the 40 and is finally drug out of bounds. And, Ethan, Belgrade really needs a spark right now to get back in this, trailing 14-0 early in this game.
Yeah, they need to get it together.
So Belgrade's going to have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Again, the time here is 7:34 to go in the first quarter. Panthers trailing 14-0 to the 4-0 undefeated Laurel Locomotives. 3rd possession of the game here. Schumacher takes the snap. He gives it to Major. Major picks up about 3 or 4 yards on the left side of the line. It will bring up 2nd and 6.
Panthers right now huddling. Ball is placed at their own 44-yard line. Max Schumacher in shotgun formation. He has Page behind him and Major to his right. Give is to Major. Left side again towards the Belgrade sideline. Wrapped up and taken down just 1 yard short of first down yardage. Belgrade's going to have the ball just at about midfield. And really, Ethan, Belgrade needs to pick up their first down of the night on this 3rd and short.
Yeah, small goals. We got to get that first down, then start worrying about scoring.
So Schumacher breaks the huddle here, a tight set, 2 running backs with him. 3rd down and 1. Give is to Page, and Page will have the first down just across midfield. So it will be Belgrade first down now across midfield into Laurel territory. Again, the score right now is 14-0 with 6:30 to go in the first quarter. We've had a couple technical difficulties here getting started, so apologize, folks at home, if you've had some issues with our live stream or with our radio broadcast. Is now on the first down play. The give is to Page, and he's going to be stacked up in the backfield for a loss. Not sure who that Laurel defender was there on the tackle. There was a host of Laurel players there. It was a loss on the play. It's going to bring up now 2nd down and 11. Ball spotted at the Laurel 48-yard line. Schumacher in shotgun. Takes the snap. Gives to Major. Right side. Major with a little bit of room. Finds a seam and then is hit hard. He's going to have about 6 or 7 yards, though, on the gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and manageable here with 5:30 and ticking here in the first quarter.
Major leads the Panthers with 409 rushing yards on 56 carries.
Yeah, Major, the leading rusher here. Also going to hear a lot of Easton Page for the Panthers on offense as they keep it in tight again as Schumacher takes the snap. Give is to Major. He is met in the backfield and drugged down right at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th down, and it looks like Coach Kinnaman is going to send out the punt team. You know, and this here, Ethan, is an opportunity to at least flip the field position-wise. Belgrade with the ball on the Laurel 42-yard line and has an opportunity to pin the Locomotives back deep as Travis Bagby will punt. Bagby takes the snap, rolls to his right, lets the punt go, and this is going to fall around the 20-yard line, take a bounce, and stay right there. So it's going to be Laurel's ball at the 20 going out. Let's go ahead and take 30 seconds. You are listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7 FM. Yeah, you're good. Hey, Jill, can you hear me? Okay. Are we coming through any better?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, back here at Belgrade High School. Laurel with the ball after Belgrade's punt. First down was a nice run right up the middle for a first down. However, there is a flag on the play, so this is going to get backed up. Referees here meeting. Looks like actually we have a face mask against the Belgrade defense. That is another backbreaker here. Just in the first quarter alone, Belgrade with plenty of miscues, a blocked punt, a interception returned for a touchdown. And now when Belgrade just has a chance to put Laurel back on their own end of the field, they're able to get out of a jam with a nice run and a face mask penalty. Gage Hull, quarterback for Laurel in pistol formation. From his own 37-yard line, he looks to pitch it to the right. This is Renner on the right side and is drugged down. I take that back. That was Noah Gunther, the ball carrier.
Taken down by Blade Vega. He leads the team with 58 tackles this year.
Yeah, Blade Vega, one of the leading tacklers in Class A football. You'll hear his name a lot when Belgrade's on defense for sure. So it's going to be 2nd down and 8 to go. Laurel with the ball at the 39-yard line, their own 39. Pitch to the left side. This is Gunther. Dropped in the backfield for a loss. Will bring up a 3rd down and long on the play.
Tackled by Brendan Clarkson. 11 total tackles this year.
3rd down and 7 to go. 3:13 to go here in the first quarter. Locomotives lead 14-0. Sloppy field conditions here at Belgrade High School with all the moisture the last week. Shotgun formation here. Hull looks to throw. Delivers with single coverage on the top, and it is going to be incomplete. However, there is a flag on the play. Ethan, did you catch what that flag was?
Looks like pass interference on Ethan Major.
Let's go ahead and wait and see what the referee's call is. This would be an automatic 1st down on the 3rd and long play. And it looks like Belgrade is backing up. This is going to be, in fact, against the Panthers and will result in a 1st down. It is pass interference. Let's see where they spot this ball now. Again, 2:50 to go here in the first quarter. And the ball is going to be placed across midfield from this. So it's now going to be 1st and 10, Laurel from the Belgrade 46-yard line. Hull in shotgun. Man in motion is Gunther. Dropped in the backfield. We have a fumble on the play. It's picked up by the Panthers and now headed the other way and stumbling across the 30-yard line.
78, Matt Heinert with the recovery. He's a senior.
Yeah, Matt Heinert picks up the loose football, and that was the break the Panthers are looking for. It was just a bad exchange from the quarterback and the running back. Ball was left on the ground. It felt like an eternity. It was just sitting there, and finally Matt Heinert is able to scoop it up, and he picks up about 20 yards on the fumble return. Then he just kind of loses footing, stumbles across the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Panthers from the Locomotives' 27-yard line with 2:42 to go in the first quarter, trailing 14-0. Schumacher takes the snap. He gives it to Major. A couple blockers in front of him on the left side. Gets across the 25-yard line where it will now be 2nd down and 8. So Belgrade here looking to finish off what's really been a dismal first quarter with something positive. Matt Heinert picks up that fumble and gives the Panthers a chance here. 2nd down now and 7 to go. Schumacher in shotgun, and we have movement on the offensive line. This is going to go against the Panthers. So 5-yard penalty backs the ball up to the 30-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 12 from there. Schumacher in shotgun has one lone receiver to the right side. Give is to Major right up the middle, and Major's got some room, jumps over one tackler and gets back across the 25-yard line. It will be 3rd and 6 from here with 1:52 to go in the first quarter. Locomotives leading the Belgrade Panthers 14-0. The sidelines. Breaking the huddle now, Panthers in a tight formation. One running back in the backfield with Schumacher. The give is to that running back is Major. Major looking along the right side for some room. He picks up about 1 or 2 yards before he is finally tackled by Noah Gunther from the Locomotives. It's going to bring up a 4th down. From here, it would be a 40-yard field goal for Spencer Gordon, and it looks like Coach Kinnaman is going to elect to keep the offense on the field and go for this 4th down play. Riley Berman runs in the play for the Panthers again. This is a 4th and 7. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line. Schumacher in shotgun. Whistles here. Looks like we are going to have a timeout. The Belgrade Panthers are going to take a timeout, and so will we. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7.
So, Noah left.
You said 60, right?
30, please. What's that, Baron?
Noah left for no apparent reason, really. He
Okay.
said that he can't do second quarter, and that's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't know.
30 seconds.
Oh, 30? Okay. All right, Panther Live viewers.
10 seconds.
Back in 10 seconds here is Wiki.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, 4th down here. Belgrade with the ball on the 23-yard line, 4th and 7. Schumacher's going to throw. It is a fade to the corner, and it is caught. Riley Berman there for the Panthers picks up a 1st down and goal inside the 5-yard line. How about that? The fade route on 4th and 7.
Riley Berman, the sophomore, he was out the first 2 games for a shoulder injury. Picks up a huge 1st down. Great ball by Max Schumacher.
Just 38 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Schumacher keeps this one right up the middle. He's near the end zone. Let's see if we can get a call. Nothing from the officials yet. And it looks like it's going to be 2nd down and goal as Schumacher picks up maybe 1 or 2 yards. Slow getting up. It looks like offensive lineman here for the Panthers is slow getting up. I think that was Dalton Roscoe. As Berman runs in the play from the sidelines, just 10 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. It looks like the Panthers are going to let this clock tick away. No, they're going to maybe try to snap it. Maybe unaware of the situation here, and that will end the 1st quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, the score is Laurel 14, Belgrade 0. However, Panthers are knocking on the door. It will be second. We're listening to Panther football on 93.7 FM.
What's with the stream?
What's that?
What's with the stream? Keeps on buffering.
Did you just want 30?
60, please.
What's that?
60, please.
I can't hear you.
Is it coming through better on the station at all?
What's that?
How is it coming through on the station?
It's coming through. I have your volume way down, so
Okay.
I don't know. If I turn you up, it just gets worse. I'm not sure. 10 seconds.
Okay.
You sounded fine when you first called. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, 2nd and goal here from the 1-yard line to start the 2nd quarter. Schumacher keeps it himself. He's met in the backfield. He is going to be stopped short here on the quarterback keeper. It's going to bring up now a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Hatcher on the stop for the Locomotives. So now 3rd down, Schumacher in shotgun. Takes the snap, give is to Page, and Page is in for the Belgrade touchdown. So Panthers answer back. Matt Heinert picks up that fumble, and the Panthers are able to respond back with a touchdown, and Spencer Gordon will look to add the extra point to make this a 14-7 game with 11:26 to go in the 2nd quarter.
That's Easton Page's 4th touchdown this season.
Lynn will hold. Looks like we have offsides. This is going to be against Laurel. We'll have a half the distance here. Referees here meeting. Again, we're just on the extra point try. Panthers get in the end zone on the Easton Page touchdown. We have offsides against Laurel. The penalty will be declined. So Belgrade's just going to look to kick this extra point from the normal placement. Gabe Lynn will hold. And then whistles again here on the play. Let's see what this is. Again, we have a declined penalty, so just trying to get this extra point kicked here. Snap is down, hold is there, kick is blocked. So blocked extra point after all. Panthers lead here. Excuse me, I take that back. Panthers trail 14-6 with 11:26 to go here in the second quarter. Let's go ahead and look at how we ended up getting here. Is 2-2 Belgrade hosting Laurel. Belgrade opened the season at Sydney and lost 31-3. Came back and got on the winning side against Park with a 31-16 win. Then traveling to Custer County and losing 26-14 before coming back home last week against Laurel. Opened the season at Fergus with a 33-22 win. Then they hosted Custer County and won that game 34-30. Later on visited Havre, winning 42-21, and then had Park in town just last week, winning that game 20-14. So Belgrade at 2-2, Laurel at 4-0. This is a very important game in playoff positioning as Belgrade breaks the huddle here and will now kick off after that touchdown from Easton Page. The score is 14-6 with 11:26 to go until halftime. Spencer Gordon here will kick off. Back deep to receive for Laurel. We try to get a number on these returners here. Looks like number 3, Declan Harper. Declan Harper, the senior receiver, leading Class A in receiving yards. And Logan Kennedy, nice kick here from Gordon, is going to skip out the back of the end zone where that will be a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 here. Locomotive's ball at the 20-yard line. Again, there is 11:26 to go here in the second quarter. Panthers trailing 14-6. Breaking the huddle now. Gage Hall with 2 running backs behind him. Takes the snap. Give is up the middle and dropped after a pickup of just a couple. That was Noah Gunther on the carry for the Locomotives. You know, looking at Laurel, they have some offensive weapons that we're going to hear about tonight. Declan Harper, as I mentioned before, he has 410 total receiving yards on the season, averaging over 100 yards a game receiving. Also has 7 touchdowns on the season. That leads Class A. Now, 2nd down, taking the snap. Hull looks to throw. That is Harper open, and he's going to have 1st down yardage. So just as I mentioned there, Declan Harper picks up a slant route across the middle. Will be good for a 1st down. Locomotives. Ball will be spotted here at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. 10:37 to go until halftime. Hull in shotgun with 2 running backs by him. Takes the snap, looks to throw on his right side, has a receiver. Ball is caught and then drugged down after a pickup of just a couple yards. I believe that reception was Gage Leischner.
Tackled by the junior Tommy Whipple.
So Tommy Whipple there on the stop for the Panthers. Second down now and 6 to go. Under center is Hull. Give up the middle and then taken down about 1 or 2 yards short of first down yardage. That was number 7, Noah Gunther, on the carry. Will bring up a 3rd down and 2 from the Locomotives' own 40-yard line. Now under center here, 3rd down. Give up the middle, Gunther. He's going to have the first down and a little bit more as he gets up across the 45-yard line. It will bring up a 1st and 10 and move the chains for the Locomotives here with 9:13 to go in the second quarter. Panthers trailing in this one 14-6. Now breaking the huddle. Hull will be in shotgun. He has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Single tailback in the backfield. Hull takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw deep. There's a flag on the play. Hull's going to keep it on a quarterback sneak, and he's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards. Let's see what this call is on the flag. Hull got across midfield on the QB keeper, but this might be coming back for holding as we have a flag near the Belgrade sideline, right on the line of scrimmage. Still sorting this one out. Coach Kinnaman is out on the field looking at the referee with his hands up saying, what's going on here? Again, there's 8:45 to go in the second quarter. Laurel Locomotives lead 14-6, and it looks like this penalty is going to be against Laurel. It's going to bring up now a 1st down and 15. I didn't pick up what the call was. Ethan, did you see the signal from the ref?
Looked like it was a hold on Laurel. Spencer Gordon got through the line, hurried the quarterback, and the offensive lineman just grabbed him.
All right, so holding called against Laurel. We'll bring up a 1st and 15. Hull breaks the huddle. He has 2 receivers to each side, and Noah Gunther next to him in the backfield. And then jumping off sides with the hard count. It looks like he's going to get these 5 yards right back. Ethan, that's sometimes where the quarterback says, hey, we just lost 5 yards. Let's see if we can win it back the same way we just lost it. And he says, let's go on 2 this time. And Belgrade just undisciplined on defense.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted to get through and take a little bit more yards away from Laurel, but Laurel saw it coming.
So it brings up now 1st and 10. Ball spotted on Laurel's 46-yard line. They'll need to get across midfield here for this 1st down as Hull takes the snap, looks to throw across the middle, and that pass is out of the reach for Gage Leischner. So incomplete brings up 2nd down and 10 now, just 8:20 to go here in the first half. Locomotives leading in this one 14-6. This game so far has been a special teams error by the Panthers that set up Laurel's first touchdown, and then an interception return for a touchdown is how Laurel picked up their 14 points. Belgrade, on the other hand, put together a drive after Matt Heinert scooped up a fumble. Now on 2nd down, little bubble play here, caught by Laurel and then met right at the 50-yard line by the Panthers. The reception there was Chris Abel. And Ethan, who had that tackle there for the Panthers?
65, Blade Vega was the one who initially met him.
Again, you're going to hear that name plenty of times, as we mentioned. Blade Vega, one of the leading tacklers in Class A football. The leading tackler certainly for the Panthers, and that was a hard hit right at midfield, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 to go from midfield. 7:43 and counting here in the first half. Hull in shotgun. 1 tailback to his right, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. And it looks like we have some whistles, and it's going to be a timeout called by Laurel. With that timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You are listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
One second. Five, four, three, two, one.
All right, back in time just for this 3rd down play. As Hull looks to throw, he has a man open down the sidelines. It's going to be caught for a 1st down. Laurel down to the Belgrade 35-yard line. So big conversion there on 3rd down. Places the ball inside Belgrade territory. 7:24 to go here in the first half. Again, Laurel leading 14-6. And now inside Panther territory. Hull in shotgun, two running backs to his side. Man in motion. Give is to Gunther, and there is flags on the play. This is likely going to be a false start against Laurel. Coach Kinnaman looks like he's looking for clarification here on the Belgrade sideline, instructing his team as Laurel backs up 5 yards. So the ball's now going to be spotted at the Panthers' 40-yard line, where it will be 1st and 15. Hull breaks the huddle. He has 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. 2 running backs with him in shotgun. In motion now. Looking to throw. Pass is incomplete. Dropped by Declan Sullivan. Looks like it will bring up now a 2nd down and 15. Yeah, that was Declan Harper there, the intended target. Don't see too many drops from Declan there. Now taking the snap here on 2nd down. Hull looks to throw, pressured in the backfield, rolling to the right now, letting it go. It's going to be caught, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down. That was Gage Leishner on the reception.
Dragged down by Tommy Whipple.
Third down now, 7 to go with 6:50 to go here in the first half. Ball spotted at the Belgrade 31-yard line. Under center is Hull, 2 running backs behind him. He fakes it. It's going to be a play fake, rolling out and throwing on the right side and then dropped, so incomplete. This will bring up a 4th down. So if, let's see, this is likely 4-down territory here with the ball spotted at the 32-yard line of the Panthers. 6:23 to go here in the first half.
Ball dropped by Logan Kennedy. Looked like he wanted to know where he was and just lost track of the ball.
And it looks like Laurel will, in fact, go for it here. In shotgun formation, Hull takes the snap, looks to throw, delivers. Ball is in coverage. Declan Harper is the receiver, and it looks like he is going to be credited with the reception. It will be good for first down yardage. First down, Locomotives all the way down to the Panther 15-yard line. And that was that senior receiver, Declan Harper, that we've been talking about tonight, leading Eastern A leading all of Class A in receiving yards. Already 7 touchdowns on the season, and a nice young receiver there. Harper picks up the first down. Now Hull looks to throw. Again, this is Harper making a man miss after the reception inside the 10-yard line. So it will be about 2nd and 6 to go here. 6 with 5:40 to go in the first half. Breaking the huddle, Gage Hull has 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield. Give is to Gunther. He's right up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. Near a first down here at about the 6-yard line. 5 minutes and counting now in the first half. And let's see if this is going to be enough to move the chains for a first down. I do not believe so. It will be 3rd and short. 3rd and short. Hull under center. Sends a man in motion. Gives it to Gunther up the middle. And Gunther, I believe, will have first down yardage on that plunge as he crosses the 5-yard line. This will bring up a 1st and goal with 4:40 to go here in the first half. Laurel Locomotives leading the Belgrade Panthers here 14-6. Kind of a wet and soggy night here at Belgrade High School. Really great conditions compared to last week.
Yeah. A lot different from last week. Raining all game long.
4:30 now in counting here in the first half. 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. Hull under center. 2 running backs behind him. He gives it to Gunther, who is able to burst right up the middle, and he is in for the Locomotives touchdown. So Gunther gets on the scoreboard again here for the Laurel Locomotives. The score is now 20-6 with 4:15 to go here until halftime. And looking to add the extra point here is number 29, Logan Kennedy. Snap, mishandled. It's going to be try to get 2 points out of this. The holder's rolling out, and he finds a player. So a botched snap there on the extra point actually results in a positive play for the Locomotives as they pick up the 2-point conversion. Mishandled, held. The holder jumps up, rolls to his right, finds his tight end open in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So with 4:15 to go here until halftime, the score is 22-6. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7.
Seconds.
Hey, Ethan, take over.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're back here in Belgrade. Panthers getting ready to receive the ball. Laurel Locomotives out onto the field ready to kick it off. In that last possession by Laurel, we saw a bulk of the carries go to running back Noah Gunther. Have yet to see sophomore number 21 Ethan Renner go out there and run. He has 274 rush yards this season, 3 touchdowns, and he averages 69 yards a game. Logan Kennedy getting ready to kick this one downfield to the Panthers. We got Ethan Major to the left and Easton Page to the right, back behind the Panthers' 10-yard line. Short kick received by number 25. That's Brody Blossom. He's a sophomore, and he gets nailed by number 57, Eric Holenstein.
So 4:09 to go here in the first half. Score is 22-6. Laurel Locomotives leading the Belgrade Panthers. Belgrade's going to have the ball from the 25-yard line.
Sophomore number 6, Briley Cage going in. Looks like he's going to get a couple carries here.
Yeah, Briley Cage picked up a couple carries last week. Young sophomore with good speed here, picking up blocks for Easton Page as Page bursts through on the right side, and he's going to have first down yardage on that first down play. 4 minutes to go now in the first half, but I'm seeing laundry on the field. We have a flag on the play. Let's see what this call is. Again, Belgrade with the ball in about their own. This ball was spotted originally at their own 25-yard line. They pick up 10 yards on that first down play. There's a flag down. And I think this is going to be against Laurel. So a nice break here for the Panthers as it looks like now they're marching another 10 yards on top of that run. And that's exactly what it's going to be. So 10 yards on top of that 11-yard run. It's going to be now first down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Belgrade on their own 46. They come out in a tight formation with Schumacher in shotgun and Ethan Major to his left. Taking the snap. This is actually Page at quarterback, and Page is going to keep it himself as he tries to burst around the left side and is brought down after just a pick up of 1 yard. So Easton Page actually taking direct snaps here. Belgrade trying to get back in this game. 3:40 to go in the first half, trailing 22-6 to undefeated Laurel.
Looks like they're going to keep Easton Page at Wildcat.
Yeah, Page, the speedster, is going to stay in. Don't look for a throw here. He's going to keep it all himself on the right side. Makes the first man miss. Now cuts back inside and makes a couple more defenders miss. He's across midfield and is dropped after a pickup of about 6 or 7 yards. It's going to bring up, though. It's going to bring up here a third down and short. And let's see, I believe Easton Page is going to stay at quarterback here. Panthers here looking to get back in this game, trailing 22-6 with 2:50 to go until halftime. Page keeps it himself on the right side. He's got a little bit of room, breaks the first tackle, gets across the 40-yard line. He has the first down. So 1st and 10, Belgrade at the Laurel 39-yard line. Move the chains, 2:40 now. Stopped on the clock until the chains are set.
We saw a lot of this Wildcat set last year when Zach Spady went down and Jamal was backup quarterback.
Yeah, Jamal Williams last year running this Wildcat formation. This year it's going to be Easton Page. As Page takes the snap, gives up the middle to, I believe, Major, who's going to be stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we are going to have a timeout taken by the Panthers with 2:18 to go here in the first half. Let's go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds for this timeout. You're listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7.
Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, back here at Belgrade High School, 2:18 to go in the first half. Panthers with the ball at the Locomotives' 39-yard line, trailing 22-6. Easton Page has been the signal caller here for the Panthers on this drive, but now on this second down play, Max Schumacher will come back in shotgun formation. Schumacher takes the snap, gives to Major. Major, looking for room on the right side, is brought down after a pickup of just 1 or 2 yards. This is going to bring up here a 3rd down and 9. Again, outside of field goal range. This is going to be 4-down territory. Schumacher now with an empty set. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Looks to throw and is going to be brought down for a sack. Sacked in the backfield. Loss of 7 yards on the play. And now actually it might be time to punt with just 1:38 to go here in the first half. 22-6, Panthers trailing. And it looks like Belgrade's going to keep the offense out on the field. So kind of rolling the dice here, Ethan, right before halftime.
I think the Panthers realize that they need a touchdown here to keep the momentum rolling into halftime.
So in the huddle right now, looks like Coach Kinnaman sends in Gabe Lynn with the play. Lynn relays the message here to Schumacher. This is 4th down. Panthers from the Locomotives 43-yard line, check that. And it's about 4th and 15, and now taking a timeout. Belgrade takes the timeout. We'll stick around here for this timeout. Just 1 minute to go here in the first half. Again, we'll go ahead and look at the Eastern A standings during this timeout here. Sydney leading the conference is with Laurel at 4-0. Behind them is Billings Central at 3-1. Then a bunch of teams at 2-2, including Glendive, Lewistown, Belgrade, and Miles City. Hardin is 1-3, and then Livingston and Havre looking for their first wins of the season tonight. Some other games going on tonight in Class A. Hamilton is visiting Stevensville. Fergus is at Sydney. Butte Central is at Beaverhead County. Frenchtown at Corvallis. Havre looking for that first win is at Dawson County. Columbia Falls at Libby. Whitefish at Browning. Billings Central Catholic is at Park High School tonight. Polson is at Ronan, and Custer County is visiting Hardin here as we are ready now for this 4th down play. 4th and 15. Belgrade here in a tight formation. They're going to actually bring out the punt team here as I just look up now. So Belgrade's going to punt on this 4th down play with just a minute to go until halftime. Flag on the play. Let's see what this call is, if this changes things here, how Belgrade wants to handle this 4th down. And we have a false start called against the punt team, so that's going to back things up and make this, instead of a 4th and 15, a 4th and 20. Now the ball placed around midfield. Bagby back to punt, takes the snap, gets this one off, almost blocked again, takes a nice Belgrade roll inside the 20-yard line where it will go out of bounds with under a minute to play now in the first half. And it will be Laurel's ball from inside the 20. So 1st down and 10. 55 seconds to go here until halftime. Locomotives with the ball at their own 18-yard line. And this is a chance here. You think Laurel's going to just take a knee, it looks like, and be satisfied with this 22-6 lead here at the break. Ethan, while we're here just going to watch Laurel take a knee, just now 40 seconds to go, and looks like Laurel's not going to try for anything. What do you think Belgrade needs to do in the second half to get back in this game?
Well, they're gaining yards in that wildcat formation. I think they need to go back to that for a drive or two, see what happens. I think they need to get the running game going a little bit more.
So now second down, Laurel again in victory formation, takes the knee. Now just 20 seconds to go here in the first half. And both teams are going to start slowly making their way to the locker rooms here. Again, we apologize for any technical difficulties that we've been having tonight. Our setup, our connection just doesn't seem to be as clean and crisp as it was the last couple games. So we're trying to work through those. But we are right now at halftime at Belgrade High School. The score is Laurel 22, Belgrade 6. We will go ahead and take a 2-minute break here. And when we come back, we will be interviewing Belgrade Assistant Principal Bert Horsley with some analysis of the first half. You are listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Can you hear me, Jill?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we getting any better?
What's that?
Are we getting any better as far as our clarity goes?
Can I hear you better?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're all right, I guess. I mean, I can hear you.
Okay.
Different. I don't know why. What are you guys? What's your equipment you're using?
Well, we have the same stuff that Les dropped off with me. But if there's a better way we can hook it up, we've got to look into that.
Like super echoey. Okay. Okay, we'll talk next break. We got 10 seconds.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, it is halftime here at Belgrade High School. The Laurel Locomotives leading the host Panthers 22-6. We got the cheerleaders on the field right now at the halftime show. And but as usual at halftime, we like to bring up Mr. Bert Horsley to provide some analysis of the first half. Bert, you got a good eye view up here in the press box. Tell us, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, just in reality, Laurel's pretty much dominating. The score could be a lot worse, I think, for the Panthers. Plus, that first minute and a half, you don't want to be down 2 touchdowns that early. You got a turnover, and then 2 turnovers really. One was going to be on downs, but you got that blocked punt, put them on their 6-yard line, and then the interception for a touchdown, and that's just backbreaking right there.
Right, so, like you talked about, right to start the game out, Belgrade with the botched punt, and then follows that up with the pick 6, and really showing some resiliency and staying in this game, being down 14-0 early. Matt Heinert picks up that fumble, and that results in the Easton Page touchdown. And so that's where we are, 22-6. What does Belgrade need to do, though, to get back in this contest?
I think we're going to have to spread the field with a run. Right now, we're running tackle to tackle. And the few times we've taken it outside, we've got the athletes to get out there. And I think we've got to utilize the field. I think we've been running to the short side of the field when we've taken it outside, and I don't think that's going to cut it right now. We've got to get out there and let Ethan Major and Easton Page do what they can do out in that open field.
Belgrade did find some success there in that wildcat formation with Easton Page at tailback. That just does take away the pass. I mean, can Belgrade get back in this game and running that wildcat, abandoning the pass, or are they going to need to be more versatile than that?
Well, we saw it in the first 2 minutes of the game. It can go quick. And I think if Belgrade can put together some stops, get the ball back, maybe a sustained drive, put one in, they're right back into a one-score game. They'll have to go for two. That's what my coaching book says, go for two on two touchdowns. So it's possible. And in this game, with the two-score game, it can go just that fast.
Right, and perhaps a big play in this game. The reason that the score is 22 right now for Laurel and 6 for Belgrade. Belgrade had the blocked extra point. Laurel had also a botched extra point snap, but it was resulted in a 2-point conversion for him.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. And sometimes everything you touch turns to gold, and sometimes that can last a half, sometimes the whole game. Belgrade's just got to go in there, do a little regrouping, stick with their strengths, and get out there and utilize their athletes. The defense in reality is holding up pretty well. And Laurel put together that one long drive, but there were a couple of third and longs on it that Belgrade should have been able to stop. That one catch in the middle of the field, Easton Page was just a hair away from stopping it. It couldn't have been placed anywhere else for him to catch that ball for that first down. So.
Right, and that completion went to Declan Harper. Let me tell you a little bit about the senior receiver here for the Locomotives. He is averaging over 100 yards receiving per game and has 7 touchdowns. So he did sneak in there behind Page on that route across the middle, but he's given every team fits so far after 4 weeks into this season. And then quarterback Gage Hall, he's having a pretty productive night as well. And really, he's completing 57% of his passes on the season. He's got 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions coming into tonight and averaging 155 per game. So really, Belgrade's going to have their hands full trying to slow these guys down while they're trying to get back in this game offensively.
I agree, and we got a fine line there with the tools they've got. We're giving a little bit of cushion to those quality receivers. I'd like to play them a little tighter personally, but that also runs the risk of getting beat deep. So, we're going to have to make some defensive adjustments for the Panthers to be able to stop that. We can't give up, 5 yards a chunk with those short passes, but we also can't afford another big play.
Right.
We've had too many of those.
Right, and really when you look at, again, the 22 points here for Laurel, 14 of them came off of really great field position or special teams play, really a run back on an interception. So as much as you say that Laurel has dominated this game and this score could be worse right now, Belgrade has also shown some good signs defensively when they have the right field position to start out.
Absolutely. You're exactly correct, and that's it's really going to be a test of resiliency. If they can bounce back and come out and just keep playing and keep believing that in their coaches and the plays that are being called and do what they're coached to do, it could be real quick. The big key for me, I think, in a situation like this is a stop and a score. That stop and score is going to put us back to another one-score game, and that's essential. That's essential for hope with the kids, and just continuing to believe.
All right, so we closing up some of the halftime festivities. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break and come back with some final analysis of the first half and get ready for the second half. So you are listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7 FM. We will be back in 2 minutes. I'll bring you on and read them. After we're done with Mr. Horsley, I'll have you read those. Sounds good.
So did you say you're using the same equipment Chet used?
Correct, yeah.
something's weird.
Okay. It wasn't like this last week, though?
1 minute. What's that?
It wasn't like this last week?
Sorry, say again.
It wasn't this bad last week?
Yeah, well, possibly, yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you a lot better on this radio station because it's
Right, because
actually
right.
30 seconds. Before the night. And figure out what's going on. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, back here at Belgrade. Still halftime here. Panthers trailing the Laurel Locomotives 22-6. Still some of the halftime festivities going on the field. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, Montana A conference and see playoff-wise, the implications that this game has on the playoff seedings. Laurel coming in tonight at 4-0. Belgrade coming in at 2-2. Mr. Horsley, what's your analysis of the Class A right now around Montana?
Well, just looking at the standings, every game is essential for those teams in the Eastern A that are in the middle of the pack, because there's 6 teams that are going to make the playoffs, and that leaves probably about 4 that are not, or 3 or 4. And Belgrade's right there in the middle of the pack. We got, in terms of playoff points, we got 4 tied right at 47 points right in the middle, with 3 above those. So there's 7 teams that are vying for 6 spots, and it's essential right now. And it depends on what some of those other teams do. The Central A is just kind of going to have a few standalones up top, and there's going to be some big games there that determine seeding. But the middle of the pack is still wide open. I'd say those spots 3 through 6.
We'll hear future schedule coming up next week at Billings Central. Things don't get any easier at all as the Panthers go on the road to play Billings Central. They'll finish up at Fergus, then Dawson County here, and at Hardin. And, you wonder right now if Laurel is looking down, they've got a matchup with Sydney here in a couple of weeks. And if they get out of this game, that could be two undefeated teams there late in the season.
Yeah, that's huge implications. And looking ahead for Belgrade, with Lewiston and Glendive right there, those are 2 of the other teams that are right there in the middle of the pack at a 2-2 record with those 47 playoff points, and it's going to be essential to come away with some of those victories. And Hardin's down there, and they're always tough, and they're going to be, fighting for the position as well. I believe it's going to be interesting how the eastern part of the Eastern A shakes itself out as those guys play each other too. It's still anybody's. I still think anybody's positions in those really 3, 4, 5, and 6.
All right, so we are again here at halftime at Belgrade High School. Both teams are on the field warming up. Let's go ahead and take 2 more minutes, and when we come back, we'll have final analysis in preparation for the third quarter. So let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break. You're listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7 FM. Back in 2 minutes. All right, Ethan, you can jump back on. We'll go through the scores you got. We're on break right now.
Yeah.
You said your thing's at the lowest volume?
Well, I have several settings right now, and our live stream, we're at a low volume for our live stream. That's also hooked into this box, and to balance the 2 out.
Oh.
Here.
Try it.
Because Chet was telling me how we got the line and the mic level here in the back, and that was the adjustment, and I flipped it back and forth, and right now we're on line. If that's not helping, I flip it back up to mic. Is that helping at all? We got the same thing?
I think so, but we can try it.
Okay. I mean, this box here is a little finicky, and it's got some duct tape on it, and we haven't changed the settings at all from last week.
So we're in our last 30-second break.
Okay.
So 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, back here at Belgrade High School, we are getting ready here to start the second half soon. We are back now with our color commentator, Ethan Zawicki, who's going to go ahead and give us some updates. We mentioned some scores, some games from around the state. Ethan's got some scores. Ethan, what do you got?
We got a few scores here. We got Sydney leading Lewistown 21-0 at the half. We got the Red Devils over Havre 22-7 at half. Billings Central is destroying Livingston 35-0 at half. And then we got Dillon beating Butte Central 13-6 at halftime.
All right, and as we mentioned before, Belgrade, this doesn't get any easier because next week Belgrade's visiting Billings Central. So Panthers are going to try to go ahead and get out of this jam here tonight before they hit the road next week. We are just about ready to start this third quarter of play. Laurel will get the ball to receive the second half kickoff. Both teams are huddled right now at midfield. For any technical difficulties we've been having with our audio, we're going to try to give you the best channel we can here and let you know what's going on here as Belgrade is preparing to kick off here in the second half. Spencer Gordon will tee things up for the Panthers. And right now, Gordon looking to the sideline. I think he's waiting for either another teammate. Belgrade might be short a man. Or looking for some sort of instruction here from coach. It looks like we're going to have a directional kick here to start this second half. As Gordon breaks the huddle back deep to receive for the Locomotives. Number 29 is Logan Kennedy. And I believe Declan Harper's back there. As Gordon kicks this one off, it's a short pooch kick to the right side. The ball is going to bounce out of bounds, and there'll be a flag on the play. So really, Ethan, there, I think that Spencer was looking for an open spot on the kickoff return team to try to maybe pick up a fumble recovery, but instead ball rolls out of bounds, and it's going to give Laurel good field positioning.
Just a bad bounce there for the Panthers.
So 1st and 10, Laurel will have the ball from their own 35-yard line to get things underway here in the second half. As we now are play is whistled underway here, as Hull will come out with two running backs behind him, single receiver to his right side, under center. Hull takes the snap, pitches to the right-hand side, looking for room and dropped for a loss on the play.
62, Dalton Roscoe with the tackle. He's a senior. And Matt Heiner almost in there, who's also a senior.
Yeah, Roscoe, the center there on the offensive line, also getting some playing time here on the defensive line. Gets the tackle for loss. Loss of 1 yard on the play brings up second down and 11. Clock ticking now at 11:30 to go here in the third quarter. Laurel Locomotives leading 22-6. Again, Hull under center. Takes the snap. Give is up the middle. This is Gunther crossing the 40-yard line, picking up about 7 or 8 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a third down and 3. So 3rd down and 3, ball spotted just across the 40-yard line of Laurel. Hull under center. Takes the snap. Give is up the middle to Gunther. He's going to be near first down yardage, and he falls forward. Let's see where it's spotted. He fell across the first down marker, but the referee is marking, it looks like, behind behind the yard to gain, so it is going to be 4th down and short from their own 44-yard line. And this is decision time here for Laurel. And I think their coaching staff and fans are unhappy with that spot, but they're going to go for it.
Doesn't surprise me there. I mean, it's only about a yard.
So 4th down and 1. Big play here for the Belgrade defense. It's a keeper right up the middle, and I think he's stuffed. The Belgrade defense piles in there. Let's see where this ball is spotted. I believe it was a quarterback sneak. Hull kept it himself, and getting penetration there in the offensive backfield was Dalton Roscoe, I think.
And he's going to be short. 1st down, Panthers.
So Belgrade gets the start to this second half that they need. They're going to have the ball 1st down and 10 at the Locomotives' 44-yard line after that big stop on 4th and short. 10 minutes to go here. 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. And you know what? Actually, we're going to measure this just to make sure. They're going to measure this. And, boy, this is actually closer than we think. I take that back. He is short by a foot. But by the time they finally stretched out the links of that chain, it really wasn't that close after all. So Belgrade already has their offense on the field. And, Ethan, what kind of formation are we starting with here?
Wildcat formation.
So Easton Page is in at quarterback. He'll be in Wildcat formation. Panthers had some success here moving the ball late in the first half. Page keeps this one on the left side, looking for some room. He picks up a couple of yards. Then he wiggles out of a tackle, and he picks up 6 or 7 yards crossing the 40-yard line. So a nice little burst here. It's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 4. Across the 40-yard line. And staying in at quarterback is Easton Page. There are no receivers split out wide. 2 other running backs in the backfield. Page keeps it himself, and he's met in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Loss of 3 yards there on the play. It's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 7 with 9:14 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And that was the first time that we saw the Wildcat formation lose yardage. So it looks like Laurel kind of getting privy here to the Wildcat formation. Let's see now, 3rd down and 7. Easton Page still in at quarterback. He keeps this one. He's going to throw it with the left hand. He's got a receiver.
Riley
Berman. And Berman is all the way inside the 5-yard line. Ethan, what do you know about Riley Berman, who's really come onto the scene tonight?
Riley Berman's he's a sophomore. Now he's back, and he's making some big plays here for the Panthers.
This is his 2nd reception that gets the Panthers in scoring position inside the 5-yard line. With 8:37 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Riley Berman with a big completion inside the 5 from Easton Page. And Panthers again here in Wildcat formation. Page takes the snap, looks to the left side. He keeps it himself, cuts back in. There's a flag on the play, and Page is brought down inside. It looks like inside the 2 or 3 yard line. But let's see what this flag is. This might they might bring things back here. And it is against the Panthers. So flag against Belgrade's going to back things up here. It will be 1st and goal now. Let's see where this ball's going to be marked with 8:23 to go. Locomotives leading 22-8, but Belgrade with an opportunity to cut into this lead. Holding called against the Panthers, and it's really going to cost them because this ball is coming all the way back to the 18-yard line, where it will be 1st and goal from there. Belgrade has been in a running formation here with Easton Page in at quarterback this entire drive. Now with first and goal from the 17, they're going to stay in a running formation with Page. Page takes the snap, runs to the right side, now cuts back to the left. Couple of defenders there. He is really in trouble as he is dropped for a loss. You know, Page tried to make something happen when there really wasn't anything there. Maybe should have just stayed north and south and got the yards that he could. It's going to bring up now a second and very long goal.
Seems to be 1 step forward, 2 steps back here for the Panthers.
Yeah, it will be now second and goal from the 23-yard line. 7:40 to go here in the third quarter. Riley Berman checks in here with the play from the sideline. Panthers electing to keep Page at quarterback. We've seen him throw once. It was good for a first down. Major now almost loses the ball as he takes the handoff from Page, picks up just a couple of yards on the right side. Will bring up now a third down. So third down and goal from the 20. Page is going to stay in at quarterback. Gabe Lynn runs the play in from the sideline. 6:53 and counting here in this third quarter. Score is 22-6, Laurel leading. Page takes the snap. He keeps it himself. He's going to throw again, and this time the ball is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5-yard line by number 3. You guessed it, Declan Harper there on the coverage with the interception. And really, if there's any positive to come out of this, Laurel's going to have really bad field positioning starting this drive inside their own 5-yard line. But Panthers come away with no points.
I don't know what to think about that. They could have played it safe, went for the run, and had Spencer Gordon go out there and kick the field goal, but they also pinned Laurel deep. So there's positives from both of those.
So now under center, Hull takes the snap, gives up the middle, stuffed near the line of scrimmage, right around the 5-yard line now. Laurel backed up deep in their own end. 22-6 with 6:24 to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be about second down and 7 to go after that first down pickup on the ground. Now in shotgun is Hull with 2 running backs to each side. Single receiver to each side as well. Under 6 minutes to go now in the third. Laurel taking all the time off the play clock before they get this snap. And then we're going to have a whistle. It looks like a timeout taken by Laurel. So with that timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7. We will be back in 1 minute.
Seconds. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, back here at Belgrade High School after the timeout from Laurel. And on second down, they run right up the middle. Pickup of about 2 or 3 yards is going to bring up now third down. Laurel with the ball on their own 8-yard line. It will be third down and 5 to go. Again, a big opportunity here for the Belgrade defense to get a stop. whistles here. I believe the referees need to sort something out. I think there is a player here from Laurel who is either injured or is just tying his shoe. And they say, well, let's give you a minute, get that shoe tied up. We don't want you to trip out there. And now let's run this 3rd down and 5. 5 and 12 and counting here. And we have a false start, so this is going to be a nice little break here for the Panthers. The receiver took off a little early. That was Logan Kennedy, who was just on a different page there as the quarterback on the snap count. So back things up here. It'll be 3rd down and a little bit longer from deep in their own territory for Laurel.
Ball's at their 4-yard line.
So 3rd down and 9 to go. Ball spotted at Laurel's 4-yard line. Panthers really need to come up with a play here to get this ball back with good field positioning. Gage Hull under center for the Locomotives. Takes the snap. Give up the middle and then rumbling up near the 10-yard line.
It's going to be about 6 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, that was Gunther, I believe, on the carry, and he is going to be short. So this will bring up a 4th down, and as I look here, back deep to return this punt is the electric Easton Page. In front of him is Travis Bagby. But Panthers could really use a big special teams play right here with just 4:18 to go in the 3rd quarter, trailing 22-6. High snap. High snap over the punter's head and out of the back of the end zone. That means it's a safety. So Belgrade picks up 2 points there. And Ethan, if I didn't mention, after the interception, I said, hey, Laurel's got the ball now inside their own 5-yard line. If there's any silver lining to this, and hey, it results in the safety there.
Yeah, so the Panthers got the 2 points that they needed, and they're going to get the ball back. So that's perfect.
So 4:07 to go now. The score is 22-8. Belgrade will get the ball back after the kick after safety. And this kick after safety will occur at the 20-yard line. So still an opportunity to pick up good field positioning here for the Panthers with 4:07 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Both teams now with some miscues on special teams. Belgrade's punt team essentially giving up a touchdown here early in this game on the first possession. Now Laurel in the second half giving up 2 points on the high snap out of the back of the end zone. 22-8. And back deep to receive this punt after safety. It will in fact be a punt, it looks like. Will be Easton Page and Ethan Major both standing on their own 22 and 25-yard line, with this kick from safety coming all the way back from the 20-yard line. Maybe some confusion here if Laurel wants to kick off or punt. A Laurel player threw the kickoff tee onto the field, and all the players just kind of sat there and looked at it, and then the kicker for Laurel said, all right, I think maybe I'll use this to kick off. So here we go now, ready to kick off after safety. Kennedy will kick. And it's a low kick, fielded at the 40-yard line and falling right to a knee while he catches it is Bagby. So I think Bagby was just trying to catch that ball, and he didn't intend to drop to a knee. But Belgrade's going to have the ball regardless at their own 40-yard line. So still pretty good field positioning here for the Panthers.
Looks like Max Schumacher's going out there, so they're done with the Wildcat formation for now.
Yeah, Schumacher, the throwing quarterback, back into the game. We've seen Easton Page in the last couple of possessions out of the Wildcat. Not much throwing out of the Belgrade offense here. They've been mostly in this tight formation with the receivers brought in close to the line and 2 running backs, Page and Major, in motion now. And looking to throw is Schumacher. He has a receiver open. It's Riley Berman, but just beyond his outstretched hands. That would have been Berman for 6.
Yeah, easily. Easily would have been Berman for 6, which would have added on to another huge night for Riley.
And Riley had beaten his defender in single coverage, and after the, as we mentioned, Belgrade hadn't passed very much tonight, and on the play action fake, open down the field, but just beyond the stretched hands and diving Riley Berman. So it brings up now a 2nd down and 10 from their own 40. Panthers here in shotgun formation. Bagby in motion, takes the handoff, and is dropped for a loss of 1 yard on the play. So this will bring up now a 3rd down and 11. Just when it looked like Belgrade was going to catch a break with the long pass play down the field, they're facing a 3rd and long from their own 39-yard line.
Panthers really need a big play here to keep the drive going.
Riley Berman brings the play in from the sideline. Schumacher breaks the huddle. He has two running backs with him in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to throw, in trouble in the backfield, and is going to be brought down and sacked for a loss of, it looks like, 6 or 7 yards. So Panthers get the safety, get the ball back with the good field positioning, and are unable to capitalize, and they will have to punt it away here on 4th down and long.
Looks like Max got hit high, got drugged down by his collar. Don't know why there wasn't a flag on there, but.
So Bagby in punt formation here for the Panthers. Back deep to receive is Declan Harper. Rollout punt. Hits inside Laurel territory and rolls to a stop at about the 30-yard line. So that's where Laurel will have the ball here to start this next possession with just 2:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Panthers trailing in this one 22-8. We'll stay here on this change of possession as both teams are just about ready to go. Looks like there's a flag all the way back on this punt. And now look at this. We have offsetting personal fouls. We may have to repunt here. Let's see if the referees are going to sort this out. There's a flag all the way back where Bagby punted this ball. And the initial indication was a personal foul against Laurel and a personal foul against Belgrade. So I believe the result is going to be a repunt. And really, Belgrade had a 30-yard net on this previous play. So punting again, let's see if this is going to help the Panthers out at all or not. But, you know, struggling on special teams with some of the snaps and the sloppy field conditions. As the referees are still sorting things out, I'm not sure that seems like there's some confusion right now down on the field. Again, we want to thank all of our viewers who are tuned in. Apologize if we're having some audio issues here. We are trying to work through some of the issues in our audio volume and clarity, so we apologize for any inconvenience, but hopefully you're able to catch this game as coming down now with just 2:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Panthers trailing 22-8. And with this 4th down offsetting penalties, we will have a repunt. So again, Bagby is now in punt formation. And I take that back. That was a 35-yard net last time we tried this. So let's see if the Panthers can outdo that as Bagby now will take the snap. Good snap. Punt is away. And it hits at the Laurel sidelines and goes out of bounds. Let's see where the referee marks it. It's not going to be as good as where it was before. It's going to be Laurel's ball at the 42-yard line. Let's go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7. Back in 30 seconds.
I think you sounded better before, whatever you did last time. 10 seconds.
Okay, I'll flip it back. Okay.
I emailed last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, back here with 2:16 to go in the third quarter, and we have a false start to get things underway on this possession for Laurel, so it's going to back things up to the 37-yard line. Laurel with the ball at their own 37, 2:16 to go again here in the third. Score is 22-8. Panthers with a couple of chances here in this second half. They do pick up a safety on the miscue of Laurel's special teams punt. But now first and 15, looking to throw his Hall to his sidelines. He has Declan Harper, a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to make it now second down and 11. Again, we mentioned Harper averaging over 100 yards receiving per game. And with Hull averaging about 150 yards passing. The majority of those receptions going to Harper as he picks up just a couple yards there on that first down play. It's going to be second down and 11 now, under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his right. Hull takes the snap, looks to throw. He's rolling towards the sideline, and he is pressured and throws the ball out of bounds. So it's going to bring up a third down and long here. There's a couple Belgrade defenders there get in the backfield and cause Hull to have to get rid of the ball quickly.
Big third down here.
1:24 to go now in the third quarter. 22-8. Panthers trailing. Now in shotgun formation with 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, single tailback in the backfield. Hull with a hard count. Belgrade disciplined here on defense. Now Hull takes the snap, looks to throw. He's pressured, delivers it here. It is caught, but short of the first down and run out of bounds is Harper. So this is going to bring up now a fourth down from the 45-yard line, and Laurel is going to punt it away. Back deep to receive this punt for Belgrade is number 1, Easton Page, and 27, Travis Bagby. Logan Kennedy here punting. Gets the snap this time. Rolls out, punts. Going to be fielded here by Page from the 15. Coming up the Belgrade sideline with some space. Looking to get there with speed. Now cuts back across the field, and unfortunately a flag on the play. This is going to kill the Panthers, as a nice punt return out to the 45-yard line is going to be negated by a block in the back. And it was coming right at us here in the press box, and I think it was a good call there by the official, but a tough break there for the Panthers after the big return. Now just 1 minute to go here in the third quarter, 22-8. Belgrade's going to have the ball, but not quite as good a field positioning as it may have appeared as the ball is being marched back from the 45-yard line. Let's see where they place it. Looks like it's going to be at the 22-yard line.
Looks like the Panthers are keeping both of their quarterbacks out of the huddle and sticking with the Wildcat.
So here in a running formation now on first down, Easton Page will take the snap here at quarterback. Page gives up the middle. Little bit of room there for the ball carrier. Taken down after a pickup of just a couple of yards. Saw Briley Cage is checked back in on this possession here. Another speedster here for the Panthers, who be looking to break out here and pick something up late in this third quarter. Just 30 seconds to go as Page gives the ball up the middle. I believe that was Major on the carry, and not much doing there. It's going to be third down. So third down now and 7 to go.
Clock winding down.
Clock winding down. Yeah, it looks like this is going to end here the third quarter. And that will end the third quarter. So after 3, Panthers trailing the Laurel Locomotives 22-8. We will be back in 1 minute with the start of the fourth quarter. It's Belgrade's ball, third down. You're listening to 93.7, back in 1 minute.
Seconds. Yeah, so I emailed last and told them what's going on.
Okay, can you repeat that one more time?
What's that?
Can you repeat what you just said?
10 seconds.
Okay, you'll have to give me next break.
Sorry, you're really muffled on my side. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Belgrade with the ball, third down. Third down here and 6 to go. Schumacher in at quarterback. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Pressured, squeezed out of the pocket and brought down. I think he may have picked up 1 yard on the play, but it's going to bring up a fourth down. Belgrade at their own 28-yard line. This will be a punting situation here.
I believe that was sophomore Dyson Cheney in that quarterback, actually.
Well, thank you for the correction. Yeah, Dyson Cheney there picking up 1 yard there on that third down play. And so now Travis Bagby will be back to kick here. 11:27 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Bagby rolls to his right, looks, then finally punts, and this ball is going to come out of bounds right near midfield. So Laurel will have the ball with pretty good field positioning here early in this fourth quarter with a 22-8 lead. So Ethan, looking at the Panthers offensively, trying a couple different things at quarterback we haven't seen so much of this season.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting their sophomore quarterback in, seeing what's going on. They, for the first time in a while, we saw the Wildcat again. That's been going pretty well, and I think they're just kind of mixing and matching to see what goes on.
So here we have first down and 10, ball just across midfield here for Laurel. Hull under center takes the snap, gives up the middle, and then met and dropped. That was Gunther on the carry. Let's see who this tackler was.
67, Riley Wirtz.
Riley Wirtz there on a nice stop there for the Panthers. So no gain on first down. Brings up second down here and 10 to go. And we have whistles here on the field. I think that Panther maybe had to check out for an equipment issue as Zach Marsh comes onto the field. It is 22-8 with 10:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Panthers trailing, looking for something on defense to get them back in this game. Hull under center, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, 2 running backs in the backfield. Pitched left, looking for room and getting a couple of yards near the Belgrade sideline is the ball carrier, number 7, Noah Gunther. So it will bring up a 3rd down and 4. Third down and 4 across midfield now. Ball spotted at the Panther 43-yard line. And once again, a big, big stop here needed by this Belgrade defense. But also, like, Hull comes out in shotgun with 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Single running back in the backfield. Takes the snap, rolling to his right. Looking to throw under pressure. Spencer Gordon is there.
It's a fumble.
Ball is on the ground. And it is recovered by Laurel, but I see a flag on the play, and Ethan's covering his face. What's your concern here, Ethan?
I think they're going to call a roughing the quarterback on Spencer Gordon.
Spencer Gordon with the blitz from the defensive back position.
Laurel's quarterback ended up out of bounds, so wouldn't surprise me if that's the call.
And you know what? We have a personal foul called against Laurel. So surprise here. The referee gave the notion of roughing the passer, but then pointed at the Laurel side. Let's see if we can get some clarity, but no, that's the correct call. So we have actually a personal foul called against Laurel.
My bad.
No, a lucky break there maybe for the Panthers. It's going to bring up a 4th down and very long. So a loss of, you know what it was? Excuse me. It was intentional grounding.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
It was intentional grounding there. We thought it was a fumble. It turns out it was an intentional grounding call against Laurel. So 4th down and very long to go here. 4th and 19. It's a punting situation. And then a false start there by one of the players there on the punt team for Laurel. As the referees are sorting things out, they'll have to back this thing up 5 yards. There is 9:36 to go in this game. Laurel Locomotives leading the Belgrade Panthers 22-8. And right now backing up to punt this one away on 4th.
Looks like the Panthers are backing up.
So perhaps we had an offsides call. Boy, we're really screwing up these. We're really screwing up on the officiating tonight. And it looks like we have, I don't know if that was illegal participation, too many men on the field here for Belgrade, but boy, this ball is all of a sudden going to be spotted now at the Panther 43-yard line where it's just going to be 4th and short. And boy, I'd be nervous that Laurel might go for it. They're going to leave the punt team out there.
They might fake this one, though.
So just 4th down and short here from the 43-yard line in punt formation is Laurel. Taking the snap. Punt is away, and it's a pretty good punt as it will land near the 10-yard line. Rolls to a stop right at about the 11 or 12, so that's where Belgrade will go on offense with 9:27 to go. Locomotives leading 22-8. And now Belgrade needing to get back in this game and needs to go a long way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Max Schumacher's going back out on the field, so.
Yeah, again, we've seen 3 different signal callers for the Panthers tonight. Schumacher, Page, and also our Dyson Cheney in there. And right now it's going to be Schumacher here on this first down play from his own 12-yard line. Schumacher looks to throw. He has Bagby open on the Panthers sideline and then drugged down at the 20-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards. And will bring up 2nd down and short. You know, Ethan, after a night of really mostly keeping on the ground and a big drive here necessary for the Panthers, good to start off on 1st down with that passing play, picking up 8 yards.
Yeah, it keeps Laurel's defense on their toes. They got to expect both run and pass now.
Sir Gordon open, big pickup there of about almost 20 yards on that play. Brings up a 1st down and 10, 8:49 to go. Paused on the clock while we move the chains. Panthers again trailing 22-8, needing to get something going. And Bagby with a big reception followed by Spencer's reception gives the Panthers a chance here now with good field position at the 40-yard line. This time it's Major on the right side, looking for room and bursting through a couple of tacklers, picking up 5 yards and falling forward. Ball now spotted at the 45-yard line. And is it just me, or is in the fourth quarter and Belgrade's finally got the offense kind of going?
Yeah, they got it figured out a little bit here. They're picking up yards as they go. They haven't had one negative play this drive yet.
All right, so 2nd down and 5 to go with 8:13 to go on the clock in this game. Belgrade trailing by 2 scores. Schumacher in shotgun formation. Everybody brought in tight. He's going to give it to Page on a little reverse end around, and he's going to be brought down, really torn down forward, but ball's going to be spotted back on about the 48-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and 2. So Easton Page takes that snap, or he takes the handoff there and gives Belgrade a chance here on a 3rd and 2 situation as Riley Berman will bring the play in from the sideline. Panthers need midfield here for the 1st down. Gordon gives it to Bagby. Bagby in the backfield is brought down for a loss. So there it is, loss of yards on the 3rd down play. It's going to bring up 4th down, and I think Belgrade has to go for it, and I take it back. They're going to punt it. And we have a player down on the field. It looks like it's a Belgrade Panther who is shaken up on the play. And he is now getting to his feet and coming off onto the sideline. Looks like he is in pain with some sort of an injury to his arm.
Brendan Clarkson, Jr.
Brendan Clarkson here shaken up on the play, being tended to. Now on the Belgrade sidelines. It's 4th down and 6. The ball spotted at the Panther 44-yard line with 7:13 to go here in this game. And Panthers trailing by 2 scores, and they're going to elect to punt it away. They have all 3 timeouts remaining. I think Laurel playing up in a punt-safe formation. It is a high snap over Bagby's head. Bagby collects it inside his own. Right back at it. Special teams here been really big tonight, and a big, big play there as Laurel's going to have the ball 1st down and 10 inside Belgrade's 20-yard line. Boy, Ethan's just shaking his head. I'm looking for some analysis there. What do you special teams killing us right now?
Yeah, they really are. I mean, they set up the first touchdown, and no, they had it going there in between first quarter and 4th quarter, but just a bad snap there. Went over Travis's head, and at least Laurel didn't go pick it up and scoop it for a touchdown.
Right, so it's going to be 1st down and 10 here. Laurel with the ball at Belgrade's 16-yard line. Hull under center, gives to Gunther. Gunther with a little bit of room up the middle. Scoots forward and then drags a couple defenders inside the 10, down near the 6-yard line. That was a big 1st down run, dragging defenders along with him. And it's very close to 1st down yardage. I think this might be a 1st down and goal. And it is, so 10 yards there on the pickup for Noah Gunther. So now 1st down and goal to go, 6:44 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Laurel leading 22-8 and knocking on the door. Taking all the time off the play clock here to run the clock down. Hull under center. Takes the snap, gives to Gunther. Gunther up the middle and is drugged down inside the 3-yard line, where it will now be 2nd down and goal from the 3. 6:15 now and counting. And Belgrade needs to do something to keep them out of the end zone, or this game is going to be pretty much out of reach with 6 minutes to go now and under 6 minutes to go, and Laurel just taking their time, letting the clock tick away.
Yep. They're going to keep running the ball and taking a while to call their plays just to keep that clock rolling.
No, actually in shotgun formation is Hull. Takes the snap. He gives it to Gunther, and Gunther is met near the goal line. Let's see, this ball is going to be spotted short of about the 1 yard line. So 5:30 and counting now, 3rd and goal from about the 1. And again, Laurel's just taking their time here, letting the clock tick away at 5:19 here and counting, just in their huddle, leading here 22-8. It's like the student section is cheering here, looking for a big goal line stand as Hull will come under center, 2 running backs behind him, takes the snap, gives it to Gunther, right up the middle, met at the goal line and drug back. Boy, big stop there by the Belgrade Panther defense, keeping Laurel out of the end zone. But now as we anticipate this 4th down play, we'll see another 30 to 40 seconds roll off the clock as it's now under 5 minutes to go in this game, in a 2-possession lead for Laurel right at the 1 yard line. And they're going to go for it here on 4th down, I believe.
It almost looked like Gunther was going to rush in for his 3rd touchdown of the night, but a pack of Panthers are there to stop him.
You know, this is an interesting call here by Laurel with a 14-point lead and a field goal really taking this out of reach at 3 scores, and they're going to go for it here from the 1 yard line. So 4th down and goal, Laurel going for it under center. Give is to Gunther and met in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
Huge stop for the Panthers. That's what they needed to get this going.
That was number 78 who got in the backfield and had the big play for the Panthers, and that was Cody Salcido. Do I have that right?
I think that was Matt Heinert.
I believe that might have been Matt Heinert on the stop. So big play there for the Panthers, just 4:12 to go, getting penetration on that 4th down. I really thought Laurel should have kicked it. That could have put the game out of reach at 3 scores, but instead, Belgrade's going to have the ball. Problem is, we're at our own 4 yard line.
Yeah, we got to throw some long bombs, really get them going here.
So let's see who's in at quarterback. It looks like Schumacher, and he gives right up the middle. Let me see who this ball carrier was. I believe that was Ethan Major on the 1st down carry. Picks up about half the yardage to pick up the first. So now a 2nd and 5 with 3:55 and counting here in the game. Panthers trailing by 14 with the ball at their own 8 yard line. Empty set now. Schumacher with 5 receivers wide. Looks to throw. He has number 3 open. That's Gabe Lynn, and Lynn is going to have the 1st down. So clock will stop temporarily to move the chains, and Belgrade really needs to start taking into account this clock, needing 2 scores.
I mean, they only got 3 minutes and 39 seconds left. We can't be rushing the game, or rushing the whole game. Okay, Max Schumacher, shotgun formation, takes the snap, rolls out. He's going to throw it, throws towards the sideline, and Travis Bagby has the reception. And that's going to be about a 6 yard pass. We got a Laurel locomotive down on the field, face down. This does not look great.
Yeah, it looks like we have a locomotive player down and now being tended to. Let's see if we can sort this injury out. There's 3:14 to go in this game. Belgrade has the ball, 2nd and about 4 to go from their own 25 yard line. And it looks like we have the training staff now coming out here to tend to this player. Let's go ahead and take a 60-second break. You're listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7 FM.
Just kind of got like hit from behind.
30 seconds.
Okay.
1 second. Five, four, three, two.
All right, back here at Belgrade High School, 3:14 to go in this contest. Laurel leading 22 to 8. Belgrade has the ball at their own 24-yard line. But right now we have an injured player on the field. It's a Laurel player. We don't have a name or a number here. He's being tended to by both the Laurel training staff and Belgrade training staff. And it looks like he has just now sat up as Belgrade trainer Matt Hoskins seems to be in there asking some questions. It looks like, I really don't want to get this wrong.
B.J. Hatcher.
Yeah, it looks like it's number 4 for the Locomotives, B.J. Hatcher. He's sitting up right now talking to the training staff. He's a 6'2", 195-pound senior who's playing on the defensive line on this play that shook him up a little bit. But good news is he's sitting up right now. We've had a couple scary moments here at Belgrade the last couple of games here with some ambulances needing to come out and help guys off the field. But looks like Hatcher's going to make his way to the sidelines under his own power, so that is good to see. As our Panther Live viewers here, we're just on the scoreboard here. Hatcher's making his way to the sidelines, and we're going to be ready to go now with this second down play. Again, 3:14 to go. And Max Schumacher will be in shotgun formation here with no running backs with him. He's got 5 receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. And he rolls now to his right, throws, stepping up in the pocket, actually pump fakes and is dropped for a sack. So just as it looked like he was ready to get rid of the ball, defense converged on him. He held it and was taken down for a loss on the play. Third down now and 8 to go. Clock ticking at 2:45. Panthers with all 3 timeouts, and they're going to start need to think about using them soon. Schumacher with no running backs looks to throw towards the Belgrade sideline. Caught by Easton Page. Boy, that was a nice little catch there.
And it looks like roughing the passer on Laurel. Number 29 got Max right after his throw.
Yeah, that was Logan Kennedy there hitting the quarterback a little bit late, so go ahead and add on some more yards to that completion from Page. Page caught the ball in first down yardage at the 30-yard line. Really nice reception by Easton Page going out of bounds. And a nice little pass there from Schumacher to get there over a defender and in front of another one. And we'll have 15 yards on top of this. So it's going to be the Panthers' ball near midfield here. And with just 2:30 to go and 3 timeouts, Panthers trailing by 2 scores, 22 to 8. They need to make their way in the end zone here quickly and then think about an onside kick. Again, empty backfield. Schumacher takes the snap, looks to throw now, pump fakes and goes deep, and he has a man. It's Page, and Page caught it inside the 10-yard line, drugged down all the way to the 1. Easton Page bursts through on the seam route, grabs the ball, and is finally drugged down at the 1-yard line. And Ethan, the only thing that could have been better is if he would have made it in the end zone.
Yeah, and it almost looked like he was going to. He broke that first tackle, and he just kept going. He was not going down.
So Panthers quickly to the line here on this first down play, 1st and goal from inside the 5-yard line. Schumacher now with 2 running backs with him, takes the snap. He keeps it himself right up the middle. I'm looking for a signal. We have a Belgrade touchdown. Max Schumacher on the quarterback keeper, and just in time. There's 2:19 to go on the clock, and the score is now 14 to 22. Belgrade could add this extra point, and it's just a 7-point game.
Which would be huge.
Again, Belgrade with 3 timeouts. 2:19 to go on the clock, so they really don't need to kick onside right now. Right now, the key is going to be making this extra point to make this just a 7-point game as they get their wing on the field here. Spencer Gordon will kick. Gabe Lynn will hold. Placement is down. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So just like that, 2:19 to go here in this game. Panthers trail 15-22. We'll be back with the last 2 minutes after this break. You're listening to Panther football on 93.7. We will be back in 1 minute.
Seconds. I can hear you much clearer now.
Really? All right, well, just in time, because we might have a fun conclusion here.
What's that?
We got a pretty good game here for the last 2 minutes, so I'm glad it's coming through better.
10 seconds.
Hey, Nate, I got a score update.
Okay, I'll give it to you right when we get in.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, back here at Belgrade High School, Panthers on the scoring drive, trailing now 22-15. Before we get underway, we got a score update from around the state. Ethan, what do you got?
Big win for Dillon over Butte Central, 13-6. Also, the Hamilton Bronx beat Bitterroot Valley.
All right, so Dillon remains undefeated, right, with that win?
Yep.
And another undefeated team here in the state tonight is Laurel, who's right here at Belgrade High School, but they're in a little, I wouldn't say they're in trouble, but I'd say Belgrade's right here with them, as there's 2:19 to go on the clock. Panthers trailing by 7, kicking off right now. Laurel has their hands team on the field. Belgrade doesn't need to go onside kick here, though, with 3 timeouts. Let's see if Spencer Gordon can't find a hole in this kickoff coverage team and try to make a play downfield. And Gordon does just that, but got to keep this one in bounds, and it does stay in bounds, and it is just recovered by Laurel inside the 20-yard line. So, hey, the Panthers with Laurel in the hands team formation. Spencer Gordon finds that opening, just as I mentioned, and Laurel's going to have the ball inside their own 20 while they try to run this clock out with just now 2:17 to go. And I expect we are going to see Noah, and he is the lone tailback behind Hull. 2 receivers to each side. Hull gives it to Gunther, and there's room up the middle, and he is drugged down finally. But you know what? He picked up a first down, 11 yards on that carry. So fresh set of downs now for Laurel, and they'll let this clock tick down. Belgrade deciding not to use any timeouts yet. Panthers with all 3 timeouts remaining. First down and 10. Ball now spotted near the 30-yard line. Clock ticks under 2 minutes as Laurel will just take their time and let this clock go down with the 7-point lead. Panthers holding on to 3 timeouts. Under center now, Hull, with 2 running backs behind him. He's going to pass as he rolls to his right, looking to throw, pressured. Finally delivers, and the ball is intercepted, picked off by the Panthers. Number 7 grabbed that, jumped in front of the route. That was Tommy Whipple on the pick.
Tommy Whipple's a junior, seeing a lot of playing time this year as a defensive back and wide receiver. Huge interception there for the Panthers. Let's see if they can keep it going on offense.
Boy, Whipple being mobbed on the sideline by his teammates. Belgrade has the ball now at the Laurel 36-yard line with 1:39 to go. Boy, gutsy call there by the Locomotive offense, throwing the ball when they just needed to run the clock out.
I think that they thought the Panthers were going to expect a run.
I was certainly expecting the run, but Tommy Whipple jumped in front of that pass, gives the ball back to the Panthers, and now Schumacher looks to throw. He looks deep, not there now, delivers the ball deep. Ball up in the air, and it is going to be brought down incomplete. 2 Panthers in the vicinity, but also Declan Harper there. Declan Harper for the Locomotives with an interception of his own tonight. So actually that ball was a little dangerous, floated up there, and luckily fell incomplete. Belgrade's going to get another chance here. 2nd down and 10 from the Locomotive 36-yard line. 1:32 to go in this game. Locomotives lead by 7, 22 to 15. And Belgrade with this sudden burst of momentum here late in this game, and an opportunity as now Schumacher has no one with him in the backfield. 5 receivers wide. Taking the snap, looking to throw with some time. He has Gordon. Gordon picks up the first. Let's see what this flag is, and it is against the Panthers. Boy, that is a real tough penalty to take after that first down pickup. It's going to be holding against the Panthers. And this is going to back the ball up now. Let's see where it ends up being spotted. But it's going to be a second down and very long after that penalty. The ball is being marched all the way back near midfield. It's going to be spotted at the Laurel 48-yard line, where it will be second down and 20. So second down and 20, Schumacher, no running backs with him, 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, takes the snap. He has plenty of time. He delivers over the middle, and this pass, it looks like, was this intercepted? I don't know if it hit the ground. It did. It hit the ground. It's called incomplete. So a break there for the Panthers is really just a misfire there by Schumacher, lands on the turf before it was intercepted, and Belgrade's going to have another chance here, 3rd and long from about midfield. Just 1:12 to go in this game. I'm going to throw this out there. They have the opportunity to run a draw play with the timeouts, but without a running back here, it's going to be an empty set again. Schumacher looks to throw, has some time, delivers it on the right side, and this pass is incomplete, intended for Travis Bagby. Broken up there on the play by Gage Leischner. 1:07 to go, and the ball game comes down to this, 4th down and 20. Belgrade with the ball at the Laurel 48-yard line, just about midfield, needing 20 yards to pick up to keep this game alive, trailing by 7. And Coach Kinnaman is going to take a timeout. Let's stay here. We'll miss this on the commercial break. So, Ethan, you got to pick up 20 yards. You think about some of the weapons Belgrade has on offense, but what do you think Belgrade can do to pick up this 20 yards and keep this game alive?
Well, I think Laurel will do a 3 deep because they'll expect a deep pass here. So I think we run not an inside. I think we run a short pass to Easton Page, see if he can gain some yards that way, get some blockers downfield.
Yeah, Easton Page definitely has been able to pick up yards after catch. In the games that we've seen him so far this year, he's a fantastic athlete, basketball player, baseball player, and also electric with the football in his hands on the field here. Just a junior, perhaps look to him. You know, also have seen Ethan Major, probably more of a running back here. But we'll have to see if Coach Kinnaman has a trick play up his sleeve, maybe a hook and ladder, something like that. But ball spotted at the 48-yard line. Panthers going to need to get near the 25. It's going to be 4th and a little more than 20 to go. No running backs here. Schumacher by himself. And it looks like we're going to have another timeout taken here by the Panthers. I think Eric Kinnaman just wanted to see how Laurel lined up on defense.
Makes sense.
So Laurel came out on defense. Really, they didn't have a bunch of defensive backs standing back at the first down marker. They were lined up in just a typical kind of 4-3 front. I mean, this is going to be a big play again. There's just 1:07 to go in this game. Score is 22-15. Laurel Locomotives leading. Belgrade did trail in this 22-6 and looked all but out of the game. They pick up a safety to make it 22-8. Then with the game 22-8, Laurel had a chance to put it away on the goal line, but Matt Heinert on a 4th down stop keeps Belgrade in it. Panthers drive right down the field and score a touchdown, and then get the ball back on a Tommy Whipple interception. So a lot of things going Belgrade's way, and they'll need something to go their way right now on this 4th down play. And now coming out of the huddle from the timeout, Schumacher is in shotgun. He has 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Takes the snap, looks to throw, pressured, delivers across the middle, and this pass is incomplete. Broken up there. Ball thrown dangerously in coverage, but on the 4th down play, had to give it a chance, and it falls incomplete, and Laurel will have the opportunity to run this clock out. Just 1:02 to go with a 7-point lead. Belgrade, having used up 2 of their timeouts, can only stop it one more time. Turnover on downs gives Laurel the ball at the 48-yard line. They will likely come out just in a victory formation and take a knee in escape here from Belgrade, still undefeated at 5-0. The loss tonight will drop Belgrade to 2-3 on the season with a big trip to Billings Central next weekend. And taking the snap and taking a knee is Hall. Let's see if Coach Kinnaman elects to take a timeout or not. He has 1 left, but it won't be enough to get the ball back. And it looks like Coach is just going to let it tick away. So really a valiant effort here in the second half by the Panthers to stay in this one, but it's not quite going to be enough.
Doesn't look that way.
Now just 34 seconds to go in counting. This will likely be the final snap of the ball game. And Hull takes a knee under 20 now as both teams are preparing here to shake hands. So really a heck of a game. Started out pretty rough for the Panthers with the blocked punt, followed up by the interception return for touchdown. You know, when you spot the team, when you spot an undefeated Laurel team 14-0 early in the first quarter and really finish out the game just giving up one more touchdown and essentially winning it from that point out is just not quite going to be enough. So Panthers drop this one at home. Again, the final score is 22-15. We'll step aside for 1 minute and come back with the final post game. You are listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7 FM. Back in 1 minute.
Andy did, yeah. He was concerned about the safety.
30 seconds.
Still going.
Good. We'll turn it off in about 2 minutes.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, back here at Belgrade High School. Final score tonight, Laurel wins 22-15. Again, find themselves in a hole early, crawl out of it at the big 4th down stop and Tommy Whipple's interception. Easton look forward to here for the rest of the season for the Panthers. They dropped this one tonight. Want to thank Ethan Zawicki for joining us in the broadcast tonight.
Thanks for having me here. Glad I could do it.
Yeah, Ethan, again, Belgrade student, does a great field. But tonight, Panthers lose 22-15. We will be back in a couple of weeks. Until next time, you're listening to Belgrade Panther football on 93.7 FM. Have a good night.
All right. Well, talk to you guys next time. Hopefully we can.
Right, hopefully we can sort through some of this stuff and make sure it's give you something better. I'm sure I just need to have some sort of setting here different, or we can maybe Les will understand what we need to do.
Yeah.
But really appreciate it. Sorry about that. Hope that we were able to get something out there that was all right. But we'll be in touch.
Okay. Sounds
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, as you caught that one, sorry if there was any audio issues for Panther Live. When we're not on the radio for the YouTube viewers, so we hope you guys were able to at least catch most of that with some decent audio and not as much buffering. But it was really a good game tonight. Again, want to thank Ethan We got to get you back up here for some more games. You do a great job, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so we'll see you guys next time. Our next broadcast is actually going to be soccer in a couple weeks. So until